The President and First Lady had quite a few visitors today. Besides the President-elect, they also welcomed our NBA champion Cleveland Cavaliers. So with everything going on at the White House, we had to send News 5's John Kosich there as well. John, today, just the first step in a long list of things Donald Trump has to do to transition into the Oval Office.
Yeah, Rob, historical day for sure, historical week for sure, and the road that Donald Trump has ahead of him is an extremely long one in a very short period of time. The decisions that he will make over the next 70 days and the people that he will put into key positions are the ones that will determine how that first 100 days, especially in the Oval Office, and how that first term goes. He's got 4,000 positions that he's going to need to fill. About 1,000 of them are going to need Senate confirmations. He's going to have to do that over the next month and a half, really get those names together. As far as the key cabinet positions, it's expected that he should have those names in place by Thanksgiving, which is only 2 weeks away from now. And some of the key names that are popping are some of the key supporters of Donald Trump. We know them. Rudy Giuliani for Attorney General. It's a position that he has had his eye on, didn't back away from it in interviews today, talking about his years of knowledge with 17 years working in the Justice Department. That's something that he has his eye on. Governor Chris Christie, who's heading this transformation team, he is another one expected to play a role, probably a lesser role given his role in Bridgegate and the way that is playing out, but nevertheless a role possibly in the administration. Newt Gingrich, another key supporter. RNC Chair Reince Priebus, as well as Senator Jeff Sessions, one of the first people to come on board and support him in his run for president. So these are some of the key names that are popping up. But again, Donald Trump, who has run a large company and methodically, he's got to bring these names together quickly and submit them for approval.
Also interesting today, one of Trump's rivals during the campaign for the Republican nomination was there at the White House today with the Cavaliers, and you spoke with Ohio Governor John Kosich about our new president-elect.
Yeah, Governor John Kosich was coming to Washington for a speech that was to be about the future of the Republican Party post-Donald Trump. Well, Donald Trump won, so that speech went out the window, but he did come here to meet with President Obama, who he's been working with on TPP, and to be present for the Cavaliers championship celebration. I asked him about where they go as a party after this.
We have to be positive. We have a new president, and we need to respect our presidents, and, you know, that's really, really important. It's not like, you know, this guy won this election, and we all have to pull for him, because as we pull for him, we help all Americans.
And Governor Kasich telling Donald Trump, or not talking to Donald Trump, but talking about it, that he hopes he puts in place his key spots, very smart people that will help him, guide him, pointed in the past as he has to Abraham Lincoln and his team of rivals, sometimes bring in people who don't necessarily agree with you, but will help you run the country going forward.
I'm just happy we got another Kasich moment. So what's the overall mood in D.C. today?
You know, it's got to be still shock. I mean, this is a town that exists in a bubble. It exists in a vacuum. We know that. But this is something the country, to a large extent, didn't see coming. So it's clear that this is something that Washington didn't see coming, Republican or Democrat, in all this. So, and I think there's a lot of soul searching going on. And there's a lot of, you know, you can hear protesters in the background just outside of the North Gate here at the White House. They've been out there for about 2 hours right now, some of what we're seeing around the country. There will be a lot of soul searching. Why do we miss this? And where do we go as the individual parties? And where do we go as a country from this?
It's not going to be boring. That we know, John. Thank you very much. Plenty of stories for you to get on when you get back home. Danita?